And welcome to Stay at Home Time with Robin and African Payment Solutions. I thought I'd just run through a high level. We've been doing some research in terms of sub-Saharan Africa and e-commerce and payments and so on. And just a quick high level on overview of the market today. So the area we're talking about is sub-Saharan Africa, which is a little different to the northern side part of Africa, which is closer to the more developed economies. The geography, your hubs are Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa. Those are the core e-commerce markets, although we are seeing a little bit of an uptick in terms of digital commerce, where mobile monies can be used to pay for it in a number of other economies like Ghana, Tanzania, Uganda, and so on. And also because the crypto guys are starting to expand into those economies, and so this is giving consumers a little bit more insight into digital commerce. Then demographics-wise, obviously it's young adults. Africa is known for the massive growth in young adult populations, and increasingly connected from a bandwidth perspective, smartphone penetration growing. So that's pretty good in terms of the drivers of e-commerce. So your connectivity, the devices are becoming more sophisticated and cheaper. The verticals, there are a number of verticals that have high potential. You've got your marketplaces like Jumia, you've got Safaricom also with their marketplace. And generally, obviously, the digital is a lot easier because of the logistics, the difficulty of not having addresses, people not having IDs and so on like that. So digital is currently very buoyant, and particularly under COVID-19. There's a lot of regulatory uncertainty in certain territories, like what is and isn't allowed. So in terms of the payments infrastructure, what's required. For instance, in Kenya, you need to have a PIN, which is a local tax number. In Nigeria, you need to be registered as a payment provider. There are different levels of licensing for different MCC codes. The needs, obviously, there's a good driver in terms of government pushing municipal bills payable online. And then DSTV is obviously a big player across the continent, which is accelerating payment online in order to pay subscriptions. And also there's also governments that are catalyzing online payments and e-commerce, like Rwanda, Nigeria, Kenya. They are actually encouraging the move from cash to digital payments, Ghana particularly. So that also makes a big difference in terms of the e-commerce readiness of these territories. Then there's a tremendous amount of innovation and technology funding of fintech startups, which is bringing up things like interoperability with Mawali and Mojaloop, which are bringing together these technologies, and ourselves, African Payment Solutions, where we bring together all these disparate, disjointed, fragmented payment technologies into a single API for you to be able to get paid by the different 100 and something mobile monies. So yeah, the popular payment types, we've gone through this a number of times, but let's just say Nigeria's bank transfer and card, Kenya's card and M-Pesa, and South Africa is card predominantly. There are a number of evolving payment types, none of which have reached any level of critical mass. So I think that's all. We can do some more of it tomorrow, but that's all from me today. I hope that was useful for you, just to give you context and a high-level overview of the market. And I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll chat again tomorrow.